The month of February is upon us, and that means the long, winding road to Mohegan Sun has begun. And tonight, it's a shoreline showdown, the battle for the bridge, and it's on game day. Live on theday.com, Casey O'Neill along with the sports Dr. Keith O'Brien. Now, we challenge all those student sections tonight. The Wildcats, they came out in force. We got ourselves some Wildcat swag.
We got a little love from the student section over there, Casey. Big-time ball game here tonight at Old Lyme High School.
Absolutely. They came out in force tonight. Old Saybrook representing as well. And tonight we have an opportunity to see a shoreline classic. Two rivals from across the bridge. These are the kinds of games that go down in the annals of history.
Yeah, two teams chomping at the bit to get back at each other, Casey. They faced each other in week 1 of this season, way back on December 13th. Old Lyme won a 2-point game at Old Saybrook. Old Saybrook looking to return the favor here on Old Lyme's home court.
Yeah, Old Saybrook got off to a rough start this year. They lost 3 of their first 4 games, but since then, 7 straight wins, rolling into tonight with more confidence than they've had all year long.
And confidence on the road, red hot on the road.
So tonight, we have 2 absolute stars. All right, let's talk about the players to watch in tonight's game.
Casey. For Old Lyme, we're going to go with Aiden Using. Junior swingman is a scoring load for this Old Lyme team. Using can finish on the break or do damage in the paint. Shot blocker, rebounder. Using does a little bit of everything for this Old Lyme team. A true team leader. For Old Saybrook, how about Shane Henderson? 6-foot senior guard is averaging 24 points a game, not to mention 5 assists and 7 rebounds. A solid on-ball defender makes Henderson the senior complete two-way player. Henderson shoots 75% from the free throw line and wants the ball come crunch time.
Yeah, those are 2 guys that we're going to be featuring on all night. But you know, sometimes it's the other guys, and you could coach and play your entire life and not come across a player like Old Lyme senior Jack Boshin, the consummate teammate. He often has his coach wondering, does this kid ever have a bad day?
He's probably the heart and soul of the team.
He's the guy who brings the morale to the team.
He's trying his hardest, he always laughs, never takes anything seriously, and he's just the best glue guy that a team could ask for.
He'll be on the end of the bench, and someone will be coming off a poor shooting stretch, and he'll be the first one to high-five them and make sure they're in the right mindset.
Because everyone can rally around him. Doesn't matter who's playing well, who's not playing well. Everyone can rally with Jack because he's always a positive energy.
He's the greatest teammate anyone could ask for. We all have our own secret handshakes with him. Every time I see him in the hallway, I give him a high five. He's just the most lovable kid at Old Lyme.
Jack, as a freshman, I couldn't believe how loud he was. Like, he's on the court, come on, cover here, you got there. Like, just his energy, his pep. We pride ourselves on being part of a team and being part of a group and really supporting each other. And Jack's that guy 100% of the time. If someone's having a bad day, Jack's that guy talking to them. When I've had a bad day, if I'm out sick, the next day he's in my room, coach, you feeling better today? That's just Jack.
Growing up my freshman year, all I really wanted was just to make the team, if you know what I mean. Cause I never had the most talent, but I always knew if I hustled, I always would have a chance. Once I made the team, it was all right, what can I do to contribute if I'm not really gonna be on the floor? And so obviously I just wanted to be the most positive person I can be, and that's cheering on my friends and stuff like that, and cheering on nowadays, these are all my best friends on the court.
I just think the kid's never had a bad day. No matter what goes on, he's never had a bad day. He's always positive with everything. You never see him without a smile on his face. He always works his tail off. I think just the kids respect how hard he works, how much he wants to be part of a team, how he picks them up if something goes wrong. He just, he's the kind of kid you want to be around.
Well, what made basketball, what made me grow a passion for it? My teammates, 100%. That's pretty easy for me. It's basically just being with my friends, and in the wintertime in Connecticut, it's freezing out, not much to do. So if I can get into a gym with 2 hours with my best friends, that's makes me happy, and happiness is everything for me. You have to be at school for 6 hours, and sometimes the last thing you want to do is go run at practice. But I feel if I can shed some positive energy and have some fun. Honestly with me, I try and make it just as fun as possible because it's fun. We're playing sports, and that's all. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. So.
Boy, and the key word there is he likes to have fun. He's out there playing basketball. He's a team leader. He's one of those lunch pail guys, is Jack, and he's having a good time and a big smile on his face right now, Casey.
I can't say enough about this kid. Growing up with youth basketball, youth sports in general, one of the things that gets lost at an early age is the joy.
Yeah.
It's sports. It's supposed to be fun, and you can be a great teammate without being the star. And this kid shows up every day, and his goal is, I'm going to make the team better by being a good teammate myself. Fabulous. Absolutely love this kid, Jack Boshin. Now, on the other side of things, Old Saybrook senior Shane Henderson, well, he's everything you'd want on the floor. He's a scorer, a leader, and in head coach Pat Quinn's mind, he's a coach on the floor. But will it be enough to win the Battle of the Bridge?
Shane, off the basketball court, is probably one of the best kids I've ever had the opportunity to coach. He's a leader on and off the court, in practice, in school. He's just one of those great kids. On the basketball court, he's extremely talented, leading the state up in the top 5 in scoring. He's almost like a third coach. Whether it's a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, like his companions, he treats everybody the same, and he holds them, kind of like I do, to the same regard as far as motivating, help when someone's down. He's always there to lift them up. Just one of those great kids that, like a coach's dream, I call him.
Basketball is obviously such a great game. It's one of those games where you make a mistake, you can go down and fix it right down the next play. And just the teamwork and the competitive spirit of it is really why I love it. There's always an aspect to your game which you can improve on, and just that feeling of winning a game with your teammates and then going out that night with them and celebrating, there's just nothing better. I'm a runner, and obviously that's one of the most competitive sports out there, and just that whole feeling of, you got to win that race or whatever it may be. So I think that translates to basketball, and that competitive spirit, which really drives me every day at practice and in games to just really get better.
I love going to Old Lyme to play. It's a rivalry game. I don't know if I coined this, but we call it the Battle of the Bridge.
I can't wait. It's going to be a great game. They beat us by 2 last time here on our home court, and they're a great team, and I think we're a great team. And the Battle of the Bridge right now, and it's a great rivalry, and the game's always a lot of fun, high energy.
It's going to be a beast of a game. I just told our guys, nothing's going to come easy, whether it be, a team at the bottom of our league or a team like Old Lyme. Nothing's going to come easy, so we got to just go in there 100%, be focused, and that's what I'm kind of pushing. We have to learn to finish games and start out strong and finish strong.
Better. Well, it's a bit of a family affair for Shane Henderson. His older brother plays basketball at Mitchell. His father was a coach, and he takes all of those intangibles and takes them on the court with him tonight, Casey, and he's a big-time player and a big-time contributor for this Old Saybrook team.
He is, and he's going to be key if Old Saybrook and the Rams want to stay with Old Lyme. The Rams student section has come as well. Let's find out. We're minutes away from tip-off. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
It's always stayed with me, right on through all the different ranks that I held in the police department.
There are about 1,000 unsolved murders in Connecticut.
And our department really wanted to solve this.
Case Unsolved, a new podcast from the newsroom at The Day, tells the stories of unsolved murders in Connecticut and the family, friends, and law enforcement left without resolution. Listen at caseunsolvedpodcast.com or your favorite podcast app.
The following is a presentation of The Day.
The finish line. When it's in sight, the struggle begins. Finishing strong without a stumble or worse, a fall, is the challenge. Old Lyme has led the Shoreline Conference since the season began. Undefeated in conference with only 1 loss on the season, the Wildcats are sensing something special. Blessed with a dynamic big man in Aiden Using, balanced scoring and an aggressive defense, they are thinking championship, both conference and state. Old Saybrook has won 7 straight games and is playing their best basketball of the year. Senior Shane Henderson is averaging over 20 points a game, and the Rams have not forgotten their 2-point opening night loss to Old Lyme. They will be primed to return the favor. Who will get to the finish line unscathed? Can Old Lyme continue their magical season, or will Old Saybrook turn the tables? It's a Shoreline showdown between the Wildcats and the Rams, and it's on Game Day, live on theday.com. Welcome back. We are at Old Lyme High School, and tonight the Wildcats and the Rams are in store for a little Shoreline Showdown. You got to hear on Game Day Live, Day.com, Casey O'Neill and the sports doctor Keith O'Brien. And you know what? We've talked a lot about these two teams. The Shoreline, the top of the Shoreline Conference, very, very competitive. These games can come down to the little things. You know, what team does the little things to win these games? And I know you've given it a lot of thought. What are the sports doctor's keys to tonight's ballgame?
Casey, for Old Lyme, how about defense? That's right, defense. Tough defense has been the bread and butter for this Old Lyme team all season. Attack the rim. Find the bigs on the offensive end for easy buckets. And how about a little home cooking? It's a rivalry game, and Old Lyme is undefeated at home this year. Ride the emotion from this crowd. For Old Saybrook, stay hot. Rams have won 7 straight and look to continue their winning ways in this rivalry game. They are road tested, Casey, at 5-1 in away games this year. The Rams are no stranger to winning on the road. And how about payback? Old Saybrook is looking to avenge its 2-point loss to Old Lyme way back on December 13th. They've been waiting for this game, my friend, a real long time.
Yeah, they have. They circled this one, absolutely. Now, something of interest, sports doctor, the second half of that game between Old Lyme and Old Saybrook. Old Saybrook coach Pat Quinn went to a 1-box, and he put Michael Almeida on Aiden Using and really, really confounded Old Lyme. So I bet Old Lyme has gone to school on that since then. But what I heard about Coach Quinn is he's the master of the halftime adjustment. Let's see if he can do that pregame to stop this very talented Old Lyme team.
You know, we've seen that all year long on game day too, Casey. How do we take away the best player on the other team? How do we take away the scorer? And then once the adjustment is made, what adjustment do we make to free him up? You know, the 1-box, the diamond and 2, some of the gimmick defenses. So a bit of a chess match here between both these coaches.
Absolutely. Now, you know, we here on Game Day, we always want to know, where are you watching tonight's game? So please, if you're watching tonight's game, send us a picture on Facebook or Twitter with the hashtag GameDayCT. We'll share our favorites at halftime and during the Mr. G's postgame show. We want to know, where are you watching right now? So Old Saybrook, Old Lyme, and points far and in between. Show us those pictures.
Yeah, tremendous stuff here. You know, all over high school, Casey. Talked to both these coaches, too, before the game. I had a chance to get with them, you know, a little bit. And they both said both of us, our teams, have improved. You know, we faced way back in week 1. I know they're better, we're better. So this is going to be a late season matchup here. Again, two very good teams in the Shoreline.
Well, this game has got a lot of familiar faces and a lot of familiar names. You know, we talked earlier about Shane Henderson. You know, people might not realize, because they've the father and the brother. His brother, Connell, at Mitchell College, his father, Frank. But Shane's a 4-time All-State runner. He's going to college to run, and that is part of the reason they say his motor is unsurpassed. He can run all day long. But you've also got Cam Baker. That name sound familiar from Old Saybrook?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Youngest son of Vin Baker, brother of Vinnie Baker. He can play. And we got Davis Brown. Well, that's a pretty innocuous name, but his father, Mark, well, let's say there'd be no sports doctor if it weren't for Mark Brown.
Thank you, Mark. A little Game Day shout out there. My first game ever on Game Day was here for a girls' game back 5 years ago, and I'm riding the wave right now, just like these kids are right now. Casey, this place is packed. It's loud. It has everything a big game needs.
Yeah, it is a very raucous environment. A lot of people here. The rivalry games in the Shoreline are as good as it gets, and we've got 2 veteran officials tonight to help out with this one, Sergio Lewis and Mike Thomas. But now, let's meet the players in tonight's game.
Owen Fredericks, the St. John School.
Liam Holloway, Trapp Elementary.
Raymond Dahl, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
Quinn Romeo, Latin Lassies.
Jared Ritchie, Mile Creek Elementary School. Aiden Using, Lyme Academy of Ballet and Fine Arts.
Connor Hogan, Center School Elementary School, Old Lyme, Connecticut.
Brady Sheffield, Mile Creek Elementary School.
Jack Boshin, Trapp Elementary.
Shane Henderson, Joel Elementary School.
Dan Cody, Full Elementary.
Cameron Baker, Northeast Academy.
Davis Brown, Goodwin Elementary.
Michael Almeida, Goodwin Elementary.
Patty Ryan, Kathleen E. Goodwin School.
Jack Valesky, Kelly Lane.
At the Day, our journalists are in your community, talking with business owners, attending town meetings, analyzing data, talking to government leaders, reporting on the issues that matter most to you. Since 1881, We have been serving our community and will continue to do so 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Never miss a day of news. Enjoy convenient home delivery right to your doorstep, 7 days a week. Subscribe at theday.com/membership.
The Day strives to cover stories our readers care about. With a feature called Curious CT, we make it easier for you to tell us what you want to know about the people, places, and issues in southeastern Connecticut. You submit your question, you vote on your favorite question, and we investigate and report. Go to theday.com/CuriousCT for more details. You ask, you vote, we investigate.
Good look here at Aiden Using as he brings his team onto the floor and can do a little bit of everything out there for this Old Lyme team, Casey. This is my first chance to get a look at him this year. I'm kind of curious to see what he's got. Listen, this team is red hot right now, and they are looking for action here.
Using will jump. He's only a junior. This is actually a pretty young Old Lyme team, and he will jump up against number 44, Dan Cody. The Rams in blue, the Wildcats in white, and let's get it on.
Let's go. Friday night. Doesn't get any better than this.
Using wins the tip, and the Wildcats will have the first possession.
A little straight man-to-man defense here for Old Saybrook.
Keep your eye on Using. Baker draws the assignment on him. Nice move to the basket. Brady Sheffield for two. Of course, everywhere number 14 goes, you'll see eyes. That is Shane Henderson, one of the leading scorers in the state of Connecticut. A little give and go with Baker. Stutter step. And resets in the corner.
Nice job by Old Lyme on defense. Could help on the backside.
A little floater, no good. Rebound by Dahl and up the other way. Dahl loses it. Intercepted by Almeida. Almeida goes to the basket. Misses the bunny, but there's Henderson. Putback is good, and we're tied at 2.
Coach's kid right there. Johnny on the spot is Henderson. Look, cleanup action there, Casey. Right place, right time. Tied ball game.
The point guard for Old Lyme, Raymond Dahl, has a little bit of the Hoosiers guy in him. He looks like the kid from Hoosiers.
Old Saybrook back in the zone, I'm sorry.
Foul on the baseline as Connor Hogan went strong, and he got the block from Dan Cody. It'll be on the floor.
Well, you talked about the coaching adjustments by Coach Quinn over there for Old Saybrook. Listen, you saw man-to-man in the first trip down, and you saw a bit of a 2-3 zone look the second time down, so different looks being thrown out there by the coach.
Yeah, he'll go 3-2. He'll go man-to-man. He is very versatile. Like we said, he'll go box and one. He's not afraid to put a gimmick defense out there. And so you can expect to see a whole bag of tricks tonight. On the other side of things, Kirk Kasier, he's going to be, he's in the unenviable spot sometimes of being the favorite. And so I think you're going to see him play it straight.
Yeah, I would agree.
1 of 2 from Hogan. And a little full court pressure here, man-to-man, put on by Sheffield.
A little harassment. I like to call it a little harassment bringing the ball up the floor.
Gives Davis Brown some fits. And now Brown will reset. Little give and go. Pull up from the foul line, no good, but there's Baker with the athletic follow.
Okay, 4 points for Old Saybrook, both on putbacks, second chance scoring opportunities.
Yeah, you got to get your body on somebody here, got to box him out. In the corner, back up top now, Dahl forgoes the 3. Baseline, kick out, long 3 from Dahl. Back iron, no good. And a strong rebound and push from Davis Brown.
Yeah, Old Saybrook good in the glass here early, both ends of the floor.
Baker forgoes the 3, got Using in the air and draws the foul.
Second chance scoring opportunities, one and done on the other end of the floor. So right now, the Rams taking care of business on the glass.
Two teams really don't need to feel each other out because they know each other well. These kids have played with and against each other their entire lives.
This slugfest right here. It's Mickey Ward and Torgotti in a phone booth together.
Henderson fakes the 3. Nice help defense now. He's on a mismatch switch. 3 from the wing is good. Davis Brown knocks it down.
Yeah, and I like the fade to the corner that time by Brown, and the recognition by Henderson delivering the goods on the assist. Clean look and a triple from the corner.
And we haven't seen, there's Using. We haven't seen a touch from Using. He kicks. 3-ball from the wing, no good from Sheffield. And Baker takes a stumble to the floor. It would be a travel.
And you see Using right there, too. When he got the ball, Casey, demanded a lot of attention. The double team came, forced the ball out of his hands. So Old Saybrook are committed to making things a little bit trickery out there for Using. Gonna harass him a little bit.
Sheffield will inbound up top. It goes to Dahl. Inside, Using spins on Baker. Pump fake goes and draws the foul. Impossible matchup for Cam Baker. One-on-one with Aiden Using.
Yeah, that's a good move, too. He shows the ball on one side, a little up and under, back to the left-hand side. Aiden Using earns his trip to the line. Baker's active out there, though. I like the way he plays.
Now
he's scrapping a little bit.
Now, how many times have we, now think about this now. How many times on game day have we had a one-on-one matchup where both fathers played professional basketball?
Yeah, isn't that something, huh?
That was Cam Baker, whose father Vin was in the NBA, and Aiden Using, whose father Serge was a German professional player, 7 foot tall.
A quick little crossover there by Henderson. Got away with the carry there. Is that
pull up? Brown, 3, no good. Weak side rebound, Using.
There isn't a carry anymore in high school basketball,
Nah.
is there?
Fredericks demanding it inside. They get it to him. Kicks out. Using now pulls up, foul line jumper, and knocks it down. Silky touch from Aiden Using.
A good clean look there from about 8 feet. A little bit token pressure here by the Wildcats.
Brown, pull up, floater is good. Davis Brown, aggressive to the hoop.
Yeah, 5 points, you know they're going for the junior guard.
There it goes, high post, Using, puts it to the floor, pulls up about 8 feet away and buries it.
We talked about big men making big men moves, Casey. That's it right there. The catch, the stand up, the square off of your body, and releasing the basketball at its highest point. Smooth shot.
Henderson, pump, fake, and gets the friendly roll. That's a shooter's touch for Shane Henderson. Gets it inside, Using, kick out, Dahl, 3-pointer. No good. Long rebound comes out of the pack. Davis ahead to Henderson. Slices to the basket, and he'll draw the foul on Raymond Dahl, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Like the push by the scorer, Henderson. Gets himself to the free throw line, shooting 75% for the year from the free throw line. What a luxury that is. How many times have we called high school games where free throw shooting is, low 60s foul shots? Foul shots and a free throw.
Yeah. Coach Kasher wants to know what my guy did wrong. He had his spot, hands in the air. Serge is telling him, no, coach, didn't have position.
Serge let me know. He's jockeying for the next call is what he's doing.
If you got a 4-time All-State runner, my guess is you want to keep him from running the floor because he's probably going to beat most people up and down the floor. Wholesale changes for the Wildcats here. Quinn Romeo comes into the ball game. Liam Holloway, 2 seniors. They both check in.
Henderson on cue, misses both. 75% for the line.
And Jared Ritchie also into the ball game for Old Lyme. There's another familiar name. Mom's the superintendent over in New London. Now Using goes away from the basket this time. They're running a little in and out.
2-3 zone defense that time shown by Old Saybrook. Got some, you got some long arms on the end of that 2-3 zone too. You get, Baker over there. And
checking into the ball game for Old Saybrook for the first time. Hey, it's Patty Ryan. He's the good luck charm.
One of my guys.
Hey, the Rams love him. A block from Baker. Up ahead to Ryan. Out, he will pass behind. Oh, Henderson was thinking about it. Now Davis, Using, little mismatch there. Davis feels it, and we'll reset. We got a whistle away from the basket. And we're gonna get a foul, it looks like, on Quinn Romeo, and it'll be underneath for the Rams. 4-point lead here in the first quarter. Full house here at Lyme Old Lyme.
Henderson gets a bit of a double team there, Casey. He's going to attract a lot of attention on the perimeter. High ball screen.
Long 3. No good, side of the rim. Good, strong rebound. coming the other way with Holloway.
Old Saybrook back on D, not allowing Old Lyme to get out and run.
Strong move to the basket is good by Ritchie.
Bigs are playing big tonight. Using Ritchie. Good low post moves so far by the Wildcats. I like that. I like that when the big man makes a drop step.
Little fall away off the back iron, no good. Almeida couldn't get it to drop. Coming the other way now. Wildcats, nice look inside to Ritchie, but we're going to get an offensive foul. Liam Holloway a little bit out of control, and my man Patty Ryan had his feet set.
Patty Ryan staying home that time. Anticipating the penetration by Old Lyme, stayed home, drew the charge. Lunch pail play there by Patty Ryan. He's my guy. Hey, yours as well, O'Neal, O'Brien.
Yeah, but Patty Ryan sounds like someone the sports doctor would hang out with on a Friday night.
Yep. Coach Quinn, too.
Absolutely. Patty Quinn, Patty Ryan.
Keith Patrick O'Brien.
Oh, nice look. Cut to the basket, but can't knock it down as Almeida. I like that set, though, from Old Saybrook. Coming the other way now is Using. Pulls up right at the foul line. And when he elevates, he really knocks him down.
That's the thing. He releases that jump shot. It's the highest point, too. Smooth.
Henderson kicks. Baker forgoes a three. Pulls up just inside. Short, no good. Old Lyme looking to run.
Old Saybrook getting back on D, packing it in. You see a bit of a zone look now. So some different looks on D for Old Saybrook.
Ritchie, strong to the basket. Ryan can't contain him. Ritchie comes in looking to score.
10 of the 13 points for Old Lyme in the paint thus far between Using and Ritchie.
Oh, nice stutter step move. Henderson. Oh, nifty. Shane Henderson. Little quick trigger. Using baseline pull up. He is on fire right now. Aiden Using's feeling it.
He's got 8 points in the first quarter, and he is dialed in with that mid-range jumper. The tough two, as Mike DeMauro would call it.
Baker for three. No good. Coming out of the pack with it is Holloway. Oh, Henderson almost picked his pocket. Ritchie, he loses it. That's good defense from Baker. Keeps it in. Almeida with the basketball, pushing for Old Saybrook. All the way to the basket. Quick move by Michael Almeida.
We get a ball game here, folks. Tied up with 38 seconds left to go. Both teams trading punches.
Yeah, back and forth, back and forth. Who wants to go in with a lead? Nice pressure defense out on the perimeter that time by Almeida. And we're going to get another substitute in the ball game. Sheffield's going to come back in, replacing Dahl. And also, Fredericks is going to come back in the game. He's going to give Using a break, try to conserve his energy with 30 seconds remaining in the period.
Using very active, 8 points. Ritchie with 4, so 12 points in the paint out of the 15. Commitment to get to the rim.
Henderson's flying around at the top of this zone.
A lot of energy, huh?
Little floater in the lane, short, no good. Baker with a rebound. Henderson push. Nice look. Brown with the finish. Henderson to Brown, and the Rams have a lead.
Yeah, Davis Brown with 7 quick points here, and a good finish at the rim for the junior.
4 seconds, drive to the basket, kick out, and we're going to get a whistle and a travel with 1.5 remaining. Old Saybrook has a chance to go in up 2 or more.
A good call there by Mike Thomas.
So they're going to have Cody inbound. Not much there, long pass, tipped, and a shot at the buzzer goes off, no good. We're at the end of one, 17-15 Rams. Second quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
So my first great basketball memory was in 6th grade. My St. John's school team, we went undefeated.
In 8th grade, I hit a buzzer beater, like floater off the glass against Valley, which was a big statement win and something that I'll probably always remember.
In 5th grade, that's when Aiden Using moved to Old Lyme. He's my neighbor, so he'd always come down and we always would play one-on-one every single day.
So I was born in Germany, so I'm a big Dirk Nowitzki fan. So it was pretty cool to see Dirk Nowitzki win a championship.
My favorite early basketball memory was probably going to a Providence college basketball game with my family when I was about 5, because it really made me fall for the sport.
So my favorite basketball memory from my youth was making the travel team as a practice player and then progressing to starting over 7th and 8th grade. and then coming to high school and playing.
The Old Lyme student section, plenty to cheer for in the first quarter, but creeping back into the lead, Old Saybrook, the Rams, with a 2-point lead as we start second quarter action here, and it will be Rams basketball right in front of our camera.
Yeah, some good defense by the Rams in the first quarter, Casey. Some solid rebounding. Got them this 2-point lead on the road right now.
Davis Brown with the basketball. Now back to Henderson. Henderson's been quiet here. There's a swing and a three-pointer from Cody. And there's a tip out of bounds by Old Saybrook, and it'll be Old Lyme ball. That was Patty Ryan, knocked it out of bounds. And now we're going to see a little pressure from Old Saybrook. Not much, you don't see it a lot. A little man pressure. Now they're going to switch into a 2-2-1. Inside it goes. Ball loose. A little sloppy here in the early going.
Good ball pressure here by the Old Saybrook guards. Like I said, Henderson, he's got a motor out there.
3 ball. No good, wide. Underneath, rebound, put back. Fredericks. Ryan loses the dribble. Holloway comes out with it. Check that, Sheffield. Oh, what a block. Davis Brown says no. Brown to the basket. Can't get a foul. Very physical here.
Downtown Brown trying to do it all out there. I like the work, young fella.
And we're going to get a block in the other direction. And Using's going to check back into the ball game here. You can see Old Lyme really struggles to score without either Using or Ritchie in the ball game.
Yeah, and you see the guards out there, and Brown and Henderson just making life miserable out there for Old Lyme. These two kids got motors. They're flying to the basketball. There's a lot of pressure out there, Casey, and they are relentless. These two kids can play.
Into the ball game for Old Saybrook, Gino Galito. He's a shooter, very long. They immediately exploit him, though, with the big. And a beautiful little jump hook by Fredericks, who had a big size advantage on Galito.
I like the sky hook there, the delivery that time. Beautiful shot.
Brown for 3, no good. Using the other way.
You see that size that Old Lyme has paying big dividends here on both ends of the floor. Offensive end, defensive end. Like the position there by Fredericks.
Another little baby hook and a soft touch. Fredericks, back-to-back baskets. And he's just too much for Galito.
Well, once he gets that position, once he establishes himself, gets his pivot foot, and a little jump hook, I talked about this 1,000 times. Check the all-time leading scorer in the NBA, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What did he do? Shot a jump hook. The hook shot, unguardable.
Yeah, it is best shot in the history of basketball. Right up there with Michael Jordan's fadeaway and Akeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing. There's a few different unstoppable shots.
The finger roll by George Gervin.
Yeah, but I don't know that
think it was
that's not an unstoppable shot. That was came away. He didn't do that with anyone guarding him. You know, Patrick Ewing would take that same shot 100 times. So would Akeem Olajuwon, Robert Parrish, guys like that with those shots that frustrated you.
Yeah, Akeem was tough to guard.
The best of all time.
Nightmare, Akeem
Yeah, he is. Great defense from Connor Hogan on Henderson. Henderson drives. Little miscommunication.
Yeah, miscommunication there with the guards.
Shot from the wing, no good. Galito loses the ball to Fredericks, back up top. Using for 3, no good. Another strong rebound, put back, no good. And finally, basket good by Fredericks. Old Lyme just dominating the smaller Rams right now on the glass.
Senior big man has 8 points, Casey. Olin Fredericks doing work out there. Huge size advantage.
Galito from the wing, no good. Henderson, though, tracks it down.
Long shots, long rebounds. Got to get on the perimeter. Got to box out.
Galito again knocks it down. He's a shooter, and Gino Galito hit nothing but the bottom of the net on that one. They're going to exploit that size matchup, though. But there's Henderson stepping in with the steal on Using. Drives to the basket. Good no call by Thomas. Pushing the other way. Look underneath. Basket can't be. Oh, Ryan battling the rebound. He and Hogan. And we're going to get a whistle. I think they're going to get that foul on Hogan as a loose ball.
You know, one thing, Casey, with 4:48 left to go right before halftime is that Old Saybrook is going to have help for these big people down low. Whether it's Fredericks, whether it's Using, some of the bigger people, Old Saybrook's have to have extra bodies down low. Help, a little help side D, a little weak side D, a little weak side help. But they are a problem right now in this ballgame.
Baker back into the ball game now for Old Saybrook. All the way to the basket. Brown turns it over. Out of the pack comes Dahl. Using, nice move to the basket. Left hand is good. Useful.
Putting the ball on the floor is the big fella. The delivery with the left. 10 points for the junior.
Old Saybrook right now has got to get a basket. Old Lyme is starting to turn it up a little offensively. Henderson, beautiful shimmy. Baker out of control. Brown for three. Got it! Downtown Davis Brown.
Clean look that time for the junior guard. See the post position down there, Casey, for Richie.
Spins, nice help from Baker, and we're going to get a tie-up.
Yep.
Nice job by Cam Baker. Stayed home, help side defense.
Yeah, help D, extra body coming from the weak side. Just got to get these big people out of their rhythm, get them out of their comfort zone, Casey, and make them give it up. They can pass the ball on the perimeter, make Old Lyme prove they can knock down a shot. Let somebody else beat you.
Using spins on Baker, double fake, now kicks it out instead. Nice drive to the basket, right hand is good. Brady Sheffield all the way, uncontested.
And again, he turned out down to the three-point shot, Casey, and took it to the rim. Nice move by the Sheffield.
Henderson, strong move, but good defense by Using. All the way, Using kicks out. Three ball. Good. Brady Sheffield has the Old Lyme faithful on their feet.
First three-point basket of the ball game for Old Lyme, Casey. And Old Saybrook wants to talk things over.
Crowd here is hot for the Wildcats. 7-point lead with under a minute remaining here in the first half. But more importantly, they seem to really have found something offensively. They are exploiting their size and kicking out to the shooters. And when you've got a guy with like Fredericks and Richie, and then you got a versatile guy like Using, any shooter, and you saw Sheffield knock it down, that's a lot to contend with.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If you're getting points at the rim from your big people, and then you come with the double teams, then you find guys on the perimeter that either A, knock down shots, or we saw one of the players take it into the rim. I mean, that's a potent offense. That's an offense that's clicking.
Well, the great Bill Bacetto, who's going to be your halftime guest, he just rolled in.
Tremendous.
Going to talk about all things Old Lyme. I think he wants to praise the job that Old Lyme has done in getting their program where it is. Also maybe a little Super Bowl action, but he made a great point to me on the air. There's one of our future Old Lyme Wildcat cheerleaders.
Yeah, they're here. Packed house.
And the point he made was the ECC, for all the talk around the state, you could argue that the ECC has a Division 4, a Division 3, and a Division 2, I'd say, favorite. You know, Waterford, this Old Lyme team, St. Bernard's. You see St. Bernard's Old Lyme final. That would not be surprising. But St. Bernard's and East Lyme and Waterford all, I think, believe they're going to make a run for the Sun.
Yeah, some good basketball being played in southeastern Connecticut, no doubt about it.
St. Bernard's is on fire right now. That win over Immaculate was a huge win. They just drilled New London.
Yeah,
they're playing great right now. No, listen, that's a learning curve right now. That's what the Whalers are going to be going through. Get them now. Get them now, because even Coach Jones said for NFA, the next great player is in New London right now. Pemberton.
Matchup zone defense, creating problems out there for Old Saybrook, and here comes Old Lyme off the turnover.
Looking for Using in the high post.
Straight man.
Down low instead, Richie. Nice defense down there, though, and out of bounds at the tip. That's good defense by Almeida. He's a good athlete, strong down the block, because Richie can really go at it on the block, and Almeida did a nice job. Turnover, and it'll be Old Saybrook basketball.
You know, Richie catches the ball down there, too, in the low post. He's looking for one thing. He's looking for two at the rim. Little Kevin McHale action down there.
Henderson and Brown have been the big scorers so far. There's Brown, straightaway three. It's no good. Tracking down the rebound is Holloway. Oh, beautiful defense. Henderson all the way to the basket for the finish.
Shane Henderson with 8 points. Talk about the quick hands on D. little pocket picking going on right there.
A little
I like it.
Yeah, felonious. Drive to the basket, a little bit out of control. Baker takes the charge. Hogan went to the basket a little too strong. Speaking of Hogan, another name.
Yeah, he's in the stands, isn't he?
Kevin Hogan's here tonight, of course. Now, of all the games going on today, the one that I had to mention was that the Old Lyme freshman girls team did beat the Old Saybrook freshman girls team yesterday.
Yeah.
Big win for the freshman girls of Old Lyme. And my boss said I better mention that on the air. So.
All right, you're going to get a promotion. You're going to raise. 10 cents in your check next week, extra.
Using had a chance there, but Henderson recovered.
Got that matchup zone right now, giving them some fits out there in the perimeter. Very active, long arms.
Long three from Henderson. I think Iowa got caught up in the wind. No foul. How did Baker not go over the back there? Now they're going to get him for it.
And that long three by Henderson, that's what Old Lyme wants him to shoot. He got a 35-foot shot there, a little matchup zone on the outside. You got Using out there creating all kinds of problems with his long arms. They'll give Old Saybrook that shot all day long.
Minute and a half remaining. It's hard to believe it's a 5-point lead. It feels like Old Lyme was taking off with it.
Feels like it's a 10-point game.
It kind of left Old Saybrook hanging around right now. Dump into Using. Oh, nice quick spin. Foul line jumper. Buried from Fredericks. Tell you what, Olin Fredericks has played very well on the offensive end tonight.
Yeah, Fredericks and Using both in double figures with 10 points leading the way. They have 20 out of the 32 points from the bigs.
Polito back to Henderson. Now Henderson splits the double team. Drives to the basket. Out of the pack. Numbers for Old Lyme. Great defense, though, by Brown. Baker throws it to nobody. Using now. Wild shot, but there's a beautiful putback by Fredericks. He's everywhere. A steal on the other end. Using, and he walks. Big opportunity lost that time. Old Lyme could have gone up double figures.
Helter-skelter pace for the last couple of trips here for Old Saybrook. Kind of coming unraveled a little bit in the last minute before the half. And credit Old Lyme, just feisty on the defensive end, Johnny on the spot on the offensive end. Playing well.
See if Old Saybrook wants to try to go in last shot here. Coach Kasher is certainly happy, I think, with his first half. Old Saybrook, I think, wisely, they're not going to let this thing get worse than 9. See if they can cut it. Brown now and Henderson. Look for one of the two. Henderson needs a screen. Down to 12 seconds. He gets a screen from Ryan. Double team by Dahl. In the corner. They're not going to get a shot off unless they hurry up. Galito swings. Drive. Ryan. Foul line. Jumper. No good. And we are at halftime. 34-25. Great first half by Old Lyme, and the sports doctor, Keith O'Brien, is with Coach Kirk Kasher. Sports doctor.
Well, Coach, up by 9, headed into the locker room. What worked for you guys in the first half?
We made good decisions with the ball. We played like a team. We passed the ball around. We crashed the boards. When we did things we were supposed to do, we did well.
What's the message in the locker room to close this game out in the second half?
Well, second half we got to control the boards. I thought we did a pretty good job for stretches, but not the whole time. They got a few steals on us. We got to protect the ball a little better. If we can do those things, we should be okay.
All right, good luck, Coach. Casey?
Thanks, sports doctor. The happy student section here at Lyme Old Lyme. They've got a 9-point lead. We are at halftime. Come on back on the other side for the halftime show with the sports doctor and a special guest, Bill Bassetto. You're watching Game Day live, theday.com.
My hidden talent outside of basketball would have to be ping pong. I'm a member of the ping pong club. I've been the member for 3 years. Every Thursday, it's when we go. We play ping pong before practice.
I wouldn't say I have a hidden talent, but I am colorblind.
I like to dance a lot.
A hidden talent? I guess, does rowing count?
I can juggle a few different items at the same time, but I can only do 3 balls.
I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute.
My hidden talent is probably yo-yoing. Trying to, instead of just going normal down and around the world, I was trying to be able to flip it and start my yo-yo and going forward and have it bounce like parallel to the ground back and going it around the world and back up and around the world. And that took me forever. The ceiling in my house was too low, got dents in the ceiling. Mom didn't like the yo-yoing pastime that much, but I certainly did.
Back here, the Wildcat and the Wildcat faithful very happy with a 9-point first half lead here at Old Lyme High School over the Rams of Old Saybrook. The Sports Doctor has our special halftime guest. He is the great Bill Bacetto. Sports Doctor.
Well, Casey, he's no stranger to game day and no stranger to Old Lyme High School. Former AD here, Billy Bacetto. What an atmosphere here tonight, Bill.
This is fantastic. I mean, what a turnout. Saybrook and Old Lyme, great rivals, and this is a great job, all the fans and everybody putting this together.
Now, you had a hand in building this. You had a hand in the stepping stone to the process here of the whole athletic department, the basketball teams, up and down. I mean, how proud are you and what you had built and what's going on here now?
Well, I was a small part of it. Really, Rob Roach before me, and I kind of took over from him. And now Hildy Heck is doing a phenomenal job as our athletic director. Been here now a couple of years, and she's doing great. And this whole event, she really did a lot of work for this. And all our coaches are so good, boys coaches, girls coaches. So I'm proud. It's great.
You know, what makes this so special, too? It's a small town, small community. It's a rivalry game against Old Saybrook. I mean, is it a little bit different? Is it a little bit more of a special feel when it's an atmosphere like this, the ambiance?
Absolutely. I think obviously having you guys here makes it very special, and sold out house tonight, and all the different coaches from all the sports are here supporting, and always Old Saybrook and Old Lyme in everything. It's a great rivalry.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed too is the parents. The parents are here. They're supporting their kids. Friday night, we've both been around high school sports a long time. It's very good to see.
Yeah. Old Lyme, I can't say enough. There's support from the parents, administration, teachers. Everyone's just phenomenal. They all showed out. I just saw about 4 teachers here, so it's a wonderful event, and so far the scoreboard's in our favor.
Yeah, and these kids, they get juiced up to play against an Old Saybrook too.
Oh, absolutely. And give Old Saybrook credit. They're a very, very good team, and right now it's only halftime. I'm sure Coach Cash is telling them long way to go.
Well, listen, I don't want to get into too much about your golf game because I don't know if it's rusty. I was down at Bay Hill last month swinging it a little bit, but there's a big game this weekend between the Patriots and the Rams. So Super Bowl predictions, you got to feel how that one's going to go?
I'm just rooting hard for the Patriots. All the Tommy haters out there. I don't care what the final score is as long as the Patriots win and Brady plays great. It's all good.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to believe, 9 Super Bowls, tremendous player.
It's impossible to dream. No one will ever do it again. Him and Belichick have been the perfect complement player-coach.
You know, the one thing I got to know, too, Casey, all the golf we play all summer long together, how come we never invite this guy? We got to get Billy Bacetto out this year.
Good.
What's your handicap right now, Coach?
Allegedly about an 8 or 9, depends who you ask.
As a sports doctor, breakfast ball, 8 or 9. Bill, keep up the good work. Thank you for everything. Case?
Yeah, the reason we don't invite him, Sports Doctor, he's too good. We don't want any single-digit handicaps. We're at halftime here, 34-25. The Wildcats on top of the Rams. Our favorite feature all year long has been the area players and the favorite things. And for now, let's go meet some more of them and find out some of those hidden talents.
Hidden talent? Oh, man. So many to choose from. I would have to say I'm pretty nice on Rock Band. Expert at everything. Guitar, drums. I'll kill it.
I'm pretty great at NBA 2K on the PlayStation 4.
My hidden talent outside basketball, probably being my friend Connor McGuire in NCAA football. 2010, every Friday night I go to his house and I beat him by 20 points. So,
I guess my hidden talent outside of basketball is baseball. I'm a pitcher, looking to play in college.
Yeah, I'm actually a runner. So hidden talent outside of basketball would be running. I run cross country and track here at the Old Saybrook High School.
One of my hobbies is lifting weights. I go to the gym every day and lift weights to improve at basketball.
I would say I'm a very good singer. Not many people know about that. I sing very often, and when I do in front of people, they usually compliment me on how good my voice is.
Game Day is a production of the Day Publishing Company. If you'd like to support Game Day and help us continue to bring you the best in Connecticut high school sports, please consider purchasing a print or a digital subscription to The Day at theday.com/subscribe. Well, we asked you earlier to send in your photos of where you're watching the game, and as always, you responded. Carson wants to be like the old Crimson at College Game Day.
Go Rams!
I love it.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I love it. That little hey, JJ.
JJ Brennan.
Oh, I love this. We surprised our dad, who was from Old Lyme in Westbrook. He's recuperating from a bone cancer diagnosis in Virginia Beach.
Wow.
And he played it. Hey.
Wow. Isn't that something right there?
Healthy recovery. And
God
thank
bless.
you for watching. That makes it pretty special right there. You know, we also, while you were over there interviewing Coach Bassetto, Aiden Using's grandmother came over and just said, you know, thank you guys for coming. She said, I know we're not the biggest conference around. And I'm laughing going, this is fabulous. Are you kidding me? This environment's fantastic. I said, your grandson can play.
Yeah, I know. He's a pretty good player out there. He's doing work out there. He's got 10 points in the first half, Casey. And, you know, the thing that I like talking with Billy Bassetto about, too, is the fact that, the community here, the families come out and support the games on Friday nights. You see the student section packed. You see the Old Saybrook faithful packed over there. They're just traveling. And that's what that small town basketball feels like. I mean, I played ball at Wheeler, and I mean, I know it's not the one in high school, but on Friday nights at Wheeler High School were very special. I mean, there was like 75 of us in the gym, but it was still, I mean, the old Mr. Pizza back in the day after the games.
Hey,
and
Mr. Pizza.
I think for those, I think for these small towns and these small communities, it is very special. It's very important. You can see all the fans.
That's what it's about right there. Everyone wants to be on camera. The next generation, we love it. Here's an interesting tidbit for you, Sports Doctor. So we watched Aiden Using on one side, Shane Henderson on the other. Did you know that Aiden Using, up till 5th grade, was an Old Saybrook kid?
I did not know that, no.
He played travel basketball with Davis Brown and Almeida and all of the Old Saybrook guys. When he came here, the hearts of Old Saybrook were broken. And imagine the inside-outside combination of Henderson and Using. We'd be talking about Old Saybrook as maybe a Division IV contender, not Old Lyme.
Yeah, isn't that something, though, how, I mean, a kid could come over like that and go into another town, another community. I mean, do you think he still has ties? Do you think he still has Old Saybrook ties?
Yeah, he said they're still very good friends. The Old Saybrook kids and Using are still really good friends. He still hangs out with Davis Brown and Michael Almeida. Those friendships don't ever go
No, you're
away.
right. You're right. The childhood friendships don't ever deteriorate. That's for sure. I mean, especially at this age and the stage in his life. Think about the kids, back in, when you were, 15, 16. You knew the kids when you were 7 and 8, and just kind of kept it going. Good time here tonight at Old Lyme High School.
So I was told, I did a little research. I had a little birdie on my shoulder, the insider for Old Saybrook, and he said that Old Saybrook has maybe the best halftime coach, a Belichickian coach in Pat Quinn. He said his halftime adjustments have been the difference in 4 or 5 of these wins in the win streak. So I'll be very curious what he dials up, because I think the one thing that's really working against him is the size inside of Old Lyme.
Yeah, you got to take away the big people. Fredericks has got 12 points. He's leading the way. Using has got 10. Casey Sheffield with 7 and Richie with 4. So they're getting just absolutely killed, Old Saybrook is, by the bigs up front. And again, I think it's a lot of it. You're going to have to see more help side defense. Maybe a special zone. Jump into passing lanes. But you can't let Fredericks and you can't let Using get position on the block. Now, Using can rise up and hit his own shot. We've seen that. But Fredericks is making a living 3 feet from the basket.
Yeah, somebody else other than Shane Henderson, right? So we've seen some Davis Brown from 3, but I think they're going to have to try to find a way to get some people involved in the scoring column, because when Henderson is taken away, and you can take away a player, any one player, when he's taken away, it's tough to do. Now, I don't know, Mike DeMauro's heart must be broken. Davis Brown went to Xavier, transfer from Xavier. Now Mike's shaking his head. Found a home here, though, in Old Saybrook.
A little Xavier name dropping, a little Wesleyan. Nick Helbig going to Wesleyan. You're a proud grad. Proud Cardinal.
I can't wait to reach out to Nick Helbig and to offer him a private tour, a special tour of the alumni.
Taking his saxo with him. A little 1-2-2 look here by Old Lyme. Using at the point. How important is that? A little long arms on that 1-2-2.
A little screen now. Henderson. He's going to have to pull the trigger on some of these shots, I think, because he's not going to get a clean look. They're not going to allow that. Nice look inside. Baker, a nice extra pass, and the bucket no good. Couldn't get it to go down was Henderson.
It's a good idea, though. Casey tried to slip that ball on the high post, to pass on the backside, just couldn't convert. Pass the ball to break the zone. Pass it.
Using to a cutting Fredericks. He missed the layup. Gets his own rebound. Nice fight for the ball, and it will be Old Saybrook basketball.
You see that 1-2-2 zone. You can't dribble penetrate. It's tough to dribble penetrate through that zone. You got to pass the ball, reverse it, make the extra pass, get good ball movement. Tough to dribble through a guy who's using size up there and penetrate through the top of the circle.
And I love him operating at the top of this 3-2 right now. Chasing the ball. Nice look. There's the interception from Using. Come on, Henderson, I'll tell you, Henderson's got amazing hands. A few times tonight we've seen him pick the pocket. Shane Henderson could really defend. Davis Brown, he thought about it. Henderson, I think that's off him.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Good ball. Good defense there on the perimeter by Brady Sheffield.
He brings the ball down. Henderson brings the ball down low, and he just rubbed it off his own leg. By the way, very polite, the student section of Old Lyme. They asked permission to walk past the table. I like that.
Well, you're important.
Well, no, I'm no sports doctor. Long three from the wing, no good. Tipped, and Old Saybrook will come out of the pack. They've got numbers. Henderson now, though.
Gotta give it up.
Brown, baseline, nice shot there. Davis Brown for 2.
Yeah, good recognition that time by Henderson. I'd like to see him get that ball out a little quicker in transition, but Brown knocking down the tough 2 from 12 feet.
There's another opportunity for 3 from Sheffield. Knocks it down. Brady Sheffield with the triple.
Yeah, and Old Lyme's only got 2 3-pointers tonight, and they're both by number 13. A Super Bowl reference there. Brady, Tom Brady, Brady Sheffield. You with me?
I am. I'm with
Thank
you.
you.
I was going to think Gary Sheffield, but that's all right. Because I said triple, but that's okay.
All right. I'm all
Henderson.
Super Bowl.
That's a long shot. That's the shot you said. They'll let him take that one all day.
All night long. Want a 35-footer from the parking lot? Go ahead, son.
Oh, is there a game on Sunday?
Yeah, something like that.
Sheffield, he'll go get fouled going to the basket. A trip from Cody.
What would Tom Brady do? Tom Brady would run it down the middle. What would Brady Sheffield do? Run it down the middle. I'm ready for Sunday. I'm ready for Friday night.
Well, we're in the middle of Friday night,
That's
so
right.
I got a long way to go before Sunday. Using, spins. Fredericks, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he's at a ball game tonight.
Olin Fredericks is playing a ball game of his life tonight. Other direction, hanging in the air, no good from Almeida.
It's good defense by Frederick, staying home.
Reset with Hogan. Sheffield swings to Dahl. Dumps inside. There are the two guys, Using and Henderson. Using to the basket with a strong finish over Henderson.
And the big people just creating too many problems for Old Saybrook at the rim.
There's a little pull-up. No good. Strong rebound, Dahl.
Right now, Old Lyme in full control of this basketball game on both ends of the floor.
Nice block by Baker, but Sheffield got his own miss. Puts it back in. Biggest lead of the ball game. Hard to believe, but it's 16.
Yeah, and Brady Sheffield, that other guy doing work, Casey's got 12 points. And a quick timeout here by Patrick Quinn. He wants to talk things over, and Old Lyme is fired up.
4:25 remaining in the ball game, in the quarter rather, and a 16-point lead for Old Lyme, and they've come out with more energy. I thought Old Saybrook would come out running around, flying to the ball, but it's been Old Lyme that's turned up the energy here in the second half.
Yeah, on the defensive end. They're creating problems on the defensive end. That 1-2-2 zone, again, Using up front with the long arms, creating problems. And I think Old Saybrook's going to have to find a way to get the basketball moving on the offensive end. Pass it, reverse it, find looks on the backside, get some looks at the rim, maybe on the backside for some layups. But, the stagnant ball movement is not going, Old Saybrook's way.
That's one of the things my insider, my Old Saybrook insider said, he said, Old Lyme's better than us. He said, and one of the reasons is Old Saybrook's small, so we don't have a lot of size. So he's like, we don't have the same margin of error that some of the other schools have. And you're seeing it. Old Lyme has some size, a definitive. They have both length and width, some definitive size here, and it's causing real problems for the Rams.
Find a way to crack the zone. Find a way to get scoring opportunities. See a little flash into the top. Reverse the ball. Good defense there.
Oh, nice quick zip. Brown to Baker, off of Baker's hands. And he has struggled to catch the ball on a few occasions tonight.
Yeah, right idea that time by Brown. He's just looking for Baker on the weak side, Casey. Got to find the cracks. A straight man-to-man defense here for Old Saybrook.
Inside look it goes. Using. Little hook in the lane, no good. Tipped around. Fredericks has it. There's that size. Hogan swings to Sheffield. And a reset for the Wildcats. We're going to get a foul inside.
A loose changer there, a little nickel dimer there. Boy.
Yeah, they're going to get Almeida on the hold. He just can't handle, Fredericks is a beast down there. He really is. He's tough to contend with. Quick double team on Using. Gets it back now, spins, kicks, Fredericks buries it.
16 points tonight. At the rim or from 14? Give me the ball, coach. I want the rock. Well, I'm impressed with that young man tonight. Solid defense, Casey, in that zone on the backside. A 1-2-2.
Long three from Henderson straight away, no good. And Hogan up high for the rebound.
Cleaning up on the glass, the little things right now. Old Lyme doing all the little things and doing them well. 11-0 run here for Old Lyme sees their lead go to 18.
Using, pull up, baseline, no good. Out of the pack comes Sheffield. He tries to zip it through traffic, and it will be Wildcats ball. And Old Saybrook right now struggling for answers.
Yeah, and Brady Sheffield thus far in the second half has been that other guy, that other answer for, for Old Lyme with Fredericks and Using. He's played a great second half of basketball here.
Yeah, inside, outside, and if Fredericks is going to knock down that shot from the foul line, I don't know what you can do. Dahl, quick move, draws the foul. Nicely done by Ray Dahl.
Just a little quicker to the step right now is Old Lyme. See Cam Baker there caught out of position, had to reach in, grab Dahl. And right now they talk about pace and tempo and the commitment to get to the rim there by Dahl. Great move.
And I think even though they've won 7 straight, the body language right now for Old Saybrook, a little bit defeated. I think that right now they're feeling like this is an uphill climb.
Well, it's an uphill climb, yes, and no, you're not defeated yet because there's still a full quarter and 3 minutes left to go here. You just got to figure things out. You just got to work things out and chip away. We talked about that. Chip, chip, chip.
Holloway back in the game for Old Lyme. Ritchie as well. And now checking into the game is Romeo. So Old Lyme likes to swap in their three, the big three of subs. And the lead is 20. And a very quiet Old Saybrook student section and a very loud Old Lyme student section as they now have a 20-point lead.
A good solid defense again by Old Lyme. Too much dribbling here by Old Saybrook. Pass the ball. Beat the zone with the pass.
Tough to work the high post with Using in there. He's a real menace. There's a nice look. But a steal by Old Lyme coming the other way. Up ahead it goes. Ritchie with a finish.
Jared Ritchie with 6 points. The delivery at the rim.
Normally you'd work the high post against a zone like this, but with Using operating in that length there, it's hard to get anybody in space.
I got to fade a guy to the corner for a three-pointer on cue. I think that's the shot that Old Saybrook is going to have to get back in this ballgame.
There's Henderson, first really clean look, and it's short. And a rebound, Ritchie, and he's fouled from by Cody.
What can you say about Ritchie? What can you say about Owen Fredericks? What can you say about Aiden Using? All three playing big-time ball games here tonight for Old Lyme.
The chant of overrated. Shane Henderson has not had his best ball game tonight. One of the top scorers in the state of Connecticut has really struggled. All the way, Sheffield now kicks out. Using forgoes the three. Drives to the basket. Floater is good.
Oh, boy, you like the way he switches gears, switches directions on the crossover, a little hop. The delivery. I like that little hop on the jump shot by Using.
All the way the other direction. Henderson's going to draw the foul. He'll go shoot too. 17-0 run, and Henderson's going to go to the line to try to put a stop to that. I think that's a smart decision when you're struggling. Try to get to the basket, draw a foul. But right now, anything to just stem this tide.
I mean, one of the keys to the game, too, for Old Lyme was defense. Defense. 28 points here with, 140 left to go in the third quarter.
Absolutely. Knocks them both down. First points in quite a while for Old Saybrook. Little pressure from the Rams, and Sheffield's going to draw the foul on Baker. And here's the thing about Old Saybrook, they don't press. So when you have to press, sometimes it's not your best skill set, not your forte. You see there, easy break and a layup opportunity in the other direction.
You know, it's very hard to switch momentum or swing momentum in a game, Casey, when the other team is just imposing its will. And that's what Old Lyme is doing right now. I mean, that big 17-2 run, you're up by 32 points. 22 points. Gotcha. I was thinking of the Super Bowl. I was thinking of the 32-point win with the Patriots coming up on Sunday.
Is that what that's going to be?
I hope so.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, Sports Talk. Brown, pull up, 3-ball, good. Davis Brown knocks it down.
Third triple of the night for the junior guard.
Henderson with a steal. And he kicks it out of bounds. Opportunity missed there from the Rams.
Mike Thomas is going to talk it over with Serge. I think he's going to have a change of opinion here on that call. Henderson was getting his team together.
I think he had it right the first time. Yeah.
Now Old Lyme ball. All right, there you go.
I think he had it right. Using's a weapon on the press break as well. He can rise up, catch, coast to coast. That's a nice opportunity. That's a nice job by Using there in the press break.
Yeah, and Ritchie catching the ball on the perimeter and going right to the basket, right to the rim. And nose for the rim, Jared Ritchie. Picks up the foul on the outside. Should be on the floor, it is.
Old Saybrook right now just trying to find anything to stem what is a really confident Old Lyme team, both offensively and defensively, and you named it, especially on the defensive end. Swing, 3-ball, no good, side of the rim. Baker goes up for it. Out of the pack comes Henderson. Brown was open, Henderson didn't see him. Instead, Patty Ryan knocks it down.
You like the head-up approach that time by Henderson on the break, Casey, find the open man. Patty Ryan at the rim for 2.
I love how the Baker goes for the steal. Steps slow. Using now, the triple team. And we're going to get a foul on Henderson.
Boy, Using can shift gears and go from his right to his left with that little crossover for a big man very nicely. Gets that dribble tight, low to the floor, rises up.
And he will go to the line as that is the 7th foul on Old Saybrook. And that means that for a while, Old Lyme will be in the bonus. Only a junior, Aiden Using will be back again next year, leading this Old Lyme team. Short, but he comes down with his own rebound. Tries it again, it's back rim, no good. Numbers in the other direction, all the way to the basket. And we're gonna get an offensive foul called against Almeida.
And Coach Quinn is hot, he is fired up over there. He's gotta be careful. He's in Mike Thomas's ear. A little passion, Patrick Quinn.
Yeah, not happy right now.
He's close, he's close. Mike Thomas is abiding himself right now.
Old Saybrook not happy with that call. Nice fake that time, I like it, nice move. That was Holloway, that was heads up. Dahl all the way to the basket, finds Ritchie underneath, basket is good, and the foul.
And again, you see the passing, the down low passing that time from Fredericks to Ritchie. 8 points, the extra pass, the little things. Old Lyme is doing them all, and they're doing them all very well.
I mean, let's be clear, Old Saybrook was playing fabulous basketball. 7 straight, they were really, really feeling good. They have come in here tonight, and Old Lyme has just gone and taken them out behind the woodshed.
And 5-1 on the road this year, too. I think when you head into the fourth quarter here, Coach Quinn just wants to see what his team's got left in the tank.
Baseline drive, kick back up top. Henderson, long 3, good. Shane Henderson finally gets a 3-ball to go, and we're at the end of 3 on that 3, 55-37. Old Lyme in the lead, fourth quarter action on the other side. You're watching Game Day live on theday.com.
Biggest inspiration for the sport of basketball would probably be my dad.
My dad.
My brother. My father.
My 2 older brothers.
The most influential person in my basketball career has to be my dad. I remember we played mini hoops all the time when I was little. He'd always swap me and dunk on me, but it made me the player I am today.
My dad played professional basketball in Europe, so I've always loved hearing about him playing basketball. And then when I was really young, I used to go to his games.
Biggest influence on my game was probably our middle school coach, Mr. Driscoll.
Coach Bunkley, he really brought out my confidence.
My biggest influence is actually Shane Henderson on our basketball team. I've played with him pretty much all my life, and he's obviously very good, so I try to take everything I can from him and learn from him.
Aiden's probably my biggest inspiration. Just watching him at the play every day makes me want to get to be as good as he is. Watching him dunk makes me want to strive to be able to dunk like he does and just play like how he plays.
We're back, fourth quarter action right now here. Old Lyme High School, the Old Lyme Wildcats with a lead. There's a steal. I got to tell you, I am very impressed, more than even his offense. Shane Henderson's on-ball defense has been exceptional tonight.
He's just the spark plug out there. He does not take, I was going to say a play off. He doesn't take a dribble off. He doesn't take a second off out there.
No, the motor, nonstop.
Yeah. Boy, to have wheels like that, huh? Remember back in the day?
I never had wheels
No,
like that.
I think you were fast.
My wheels were square.
See, right there, you got to move the basketball. Pass the basketball. Ball can't stop right there. There you go. Good luck.
Long three, Brown, no good. Baker tries to track it down, but he slides out of bounds, and Wildcats basketball.
It's that staring down of the zone defense a little bit that Old Saybrook is doing. Keep that basketball moving. Good things will happen.
There's a little pressure from the Rams.
A full court man.
Romeo does a nice job. Now he'll get a screen from Fredericks. Fredericks posting up, wants the ball, demanding the ball.
Oh, he's got the position. He's getting the ball.
He got it to him in the wrong spot, a little late. Still wants it. There he gets it, spins, and misses the bunny.
Easiest shot he had all night, and he blew the chippy. Come on, son, send it in.
Henderson, other way, basket is good, and the foul. Nifty scoop shot from Shane Henderson.
Well, if you're going to get it back into a game, Casey, it's going to be the heart and soul of your team. It's going to be number 14, Shane Henderson. Coming off the miss by Fredericks at the rim. Quick, fast break opportunity there for Old Saybrook. And they can try to chip into this lead as it's down to, 16 right now.
Yeah, you're going to quickly see Using back into the ball game. He does not want any runs. But, a kid as talented as Shane Henderson, you're not going to keep him under wraps forever. And what great players like he can do is he can start his offense with his defense.
Yeah, good things moving, easy scoring opportunities.
And then on the other side,
he's good when he's on the break.
Yes.
He's on the move, he's good.
On the other side, what a weapon it is for Using to be able to handle the basketball like he can. He's a one-man press break. Inside. We're going to have to get a foul on Patty Ryan right now. Patty Ryan was just shoving Olin Fredericks.
That's the thing there, too, is with Fredericks getting that post position. Maybe you got to front him, send an extra body over there, try to get him, out of his comfort zone. But when he catches that basketball 3 feet from the rim, he's got so much of a size advantage down there. He can do anything. He can turn and face, he can do a jump hook, or he can kick it out for the three like you saw him just did.
Patty Ryan, strong defender and competitive kid. He was the best player on the Old Saybrook State Championship soccer team. He's going to Stonehill to play soccer, so the kid is a competitor. And speaking of competition, we come into these gyms and we talk about the banners on the wall. I will always talk about the badminton banner over in Stonington.
Yeah.
But how often do you see national championship banners in a local gym?
Crew.
Boys crew, girls crew, same year, 2015, national champions.
And Henderson will get himself back at the free throw line, drawing the foul. And Henderson trying to take this game over himself for Patrick Quinn. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, isn't it? National champions crew.
I mean, you can talk about the state championships, you can talk about, but national championships. I mean, that means you're the best in the country, Sports Doctor. I mean, that is remarkable to come to a place in Old Lyme, gym like this, and see national championships.
You've been in the boat before.
I have.
You know what it's all about.
All right, so you and I can talk as experts on this subject.
Sure.
I don't want to say that we could have been national champion rowers in our own right.
Two-man crew?
You and I think what we noticed, though, was that I don't think either one of us appreciated the teamwork involved in crew.
No.
To be precise like they have to be. Because if one person's off, as I often was, it destroys the whole rhythm of the boat.
Right. Didn't you put your paddle in the water the wrong way when we first started that too?
Sports doctor, I
and
rode.
Peter Wappy had to correct you on that
Actually,
from the trail boat. Yes.
Their coach did, but I had 5 or 6 efforts where the paddle didn't even go in the water.
It's very tough, very demanding.
I was rowing air, and every time I go back and I look at that, I felt like him right there. I felt like I was in a boat balancing a Gatorade on my head.
Oh, it's a good thing you didn't go overboard because I can't save you. I'm a good swimmer, but I don't know about the deep waters of the Mystic River.
I would have been better off just jumping out of the thing and swimming home. Henderson is at the line, leads down to 15, and, chip away. Do they have enough time? But right now, Henderson's taking it upon himself to try to get this lead reasonable.
And it's one possession at a time. It's score, stop, score, stop.
Misses the second one, but look at the hustle. And he was on the line.
Track down his own miss off the free throw line like that.
The motor,
Man, that kid's fast.
The motor on this kid's ridiculous.
He's quick, too. He's got that first step.
Here's a little full court pressure now. Using is the weapon in that, though, because you really can't do much to stop him. He can handle the ball. Goes right by Baker. Tries to find a cutting Fredericks. Kick out for Sheffield. And we're going to get a whistle on the floor. We're going to get a foul, and Hendricks will go to the line. Fredericks, rather, will go to the line.
Well, nickel dimer out there on Henderson.
Well, Olin Fredericks is just bigger than whoever they've thrown at him. They've got to have somebody on Using, and between the two of them, it's a mismatch. And Fredericks has been phenomenal tonight.
Yeah, 31 points between Fredericks and Using tonight. How's that?
That's pretty good,
That's pretty good.
And most of those were inside of 15 feet. We don't see a lot of high school scorers that don't score at the rim or behind the three-point line. That intermediate game is something you don't see a lot. There's a handful.
Yeah, the 8-foot, 12-foot jump shot.
Yeah.
The jump hook, all those kind of, lost art and moves. Like I said, how many times have you take the three-point line off the floor? Where would these kids stand? They wouldn't know where to go.
Yeah, certainly
the game's evolved so much around that three-point line, it's not even funny.
Henderson, long three, good! Shane Henderson didn't hit the net.
Well, he's doing his best out there. Buries that thing.
The thing went straight through. The other direction, Using pulls up. Sheffield, oh, what a beautiful look to Ritchie underneath.
And Jared Ritchie now in double figures with 11, Casey, and then size up front.
Henderson kicks. 3-ball short and a strong rebound. Quinn Romeo and Henderson tied up.
Is it me, or are you calling Henderson's name on every single loose ball, every single tie-up, every single 50-50 ball? It seems like Shane Henderson has hand in everything out there.
And how many seconds has he taken off tonight?
None.
Not one. Unbelievable motor.
Come off that screen, catch the ball, come back up top, spread the floor, take him to the rim.
Pull up from the foul line is no good. It hits the top, and it'll be Old Lyme basketball. And he probably could run. He could probably run a half marathon tomorrow too. And he might have to be able to run a half marathon after this game.
How about you?
I could spectate.
You got a big game tomorrow.
Drive. I do. Montville rubber match.
Right.
And then we play Old Saybrook on Sunday. The Old Saybrook 6th graders, very, very good, from what I understand. Drive to the basket by Using.
See that quick little crossover by Using, Casey, for a big man? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's for real. He can play. Only a junior. We're gonna hear a lot about him. Jerry Quinn's in the crowd tonight. That might be one of the people he's looking at right now.
Salivating over there. He's not too bad of a coach.
No, he's won a few games. Baker.
Baker gotta shoot that ball.
Henderson, no good. Ryan with a rebound. Back to Henderson. This time he drives. Ryan kick out. 3-pointers. Short, Almeida. Oh, and I don't know. I'm not sure if Ritchie was the intended target that time, but Sheffield was a little overzealous on the pass.
Kirk Kajor over there saying, slow down. Slow things down a little bit.
Little weave up top here now. Davis Brown and Henderson. They want to stack, high stack. Drives and no whistle. He goes down to the ground hard. We haven't seen a lot of the 1-4 high set that they like to run. They like to run that often, from what I understand, but I think the length of Old Lyme has just been too much. On the drive, Henderson high up in the air, no good. Ball tipped around. Henderson, of course, comes down with it, and Using swats it all the way back to the three-point line. Brown pull up, no good. And that will be Old Lyme ball.
Using showing you the skilled hands on the defensive end with the big block party down there. Two-way player. Extended pressure here by Old Saybrook.
Easily broken by Sheffield and Dahl. Brown comes out of the but he stepped on the line, and frustration setting in for the Rams.
Well, the one thing that stands out a little bit from both these basketball teams, Casey, is that Old Lyme is the much crisper passing team. Old Saybrook likes to dribble through everything, dribble through every pressure, and Old Lyme shares the ball very well.
Using, beautiful from the foul line, knocks it down.
It was sort of more important to beat the press through a pass.
Old Saybrook now just launching, and all of a sudden it's back up to 19 again. Dahl. Old Lyme with a little weave, and it'll be tipped out of bounds. It'll be Old Saybrook ball. I was talking to my good friend Joel Farrier earlier today, and he was telling me that as good as Coach Kasier is, he's got two great kids, Cashton and Karch, both spelled with a K.
Yeah.
So you got Kurt as the dad with a K, Cashton and Karch, speaking of Jerry Quinn. There he is.
Couple wins.
And so I like the K. What if we got to find out what the whole K thing is?
Yeah.
In the Kasier family, because you got Kirk, you got Karch, and you got Cashton, all with the K's.
Well, you are creative tonight.
Maybe that should be your post-game question. What's with the K's?
Old Lyme in no hurry here. Get a good look. 2:40 left to go, Casey. Up by 19 right now. Old Lyme just trying to play solid D, salt this game away a little bit. And they like their effort tonight at home in front of a huge crowd here at Old Lyme High School. A lot of energy in the gym.
Henderson drives, hangs, can't get it to go.
Speaking of energy.
Now, one of the people in the stands tonight, the jack of all trades, the St. Bernard Swiss Army knife.
And Max Lee.
Max Lee.
Yeah, Max Lee's here.
He might be looking to say, is this a potential Mohegan Sun matchup here between the Saints and the Wildcats?
Saints are playing well, too. They had a couple of big wins. Beat Immaculate. Beat New London. They're playing very good basketball right now.
Hogan knocks down a three to a happy crowd. But, I mean, the Wildcats are thinking Division IV run at the Sun, and certainly St. Bernard's with a win over Immaculate.
Yeah.
Has put themselves back in the conversation. Since their early season loss to Waterford, the Saints have really been on fire.
Yeah, they played well.
Yeah.
JoJo Beltran waking up.
And I heard Nate Avery with a thunder dunk that brought the house down.
Big man, that's one of our big favorites on game day, Nate Avery. Thought they were a big man away last year from making a serious run, so if Avery's improved a little bit throughout the course of the season.
Cutting to the basket, Using spins, right hand, pretty.
Yeah, what hasn't that young man done tonight? I mean, he has hit jump shots, he has hit layups, got good footwork, can handle the rock. Wow, very impressed with that kid.
A great look from Brown to Baker.
Heads up, right in front of us, Henderson.
Dahl to the basket. He'll be fouled on his way by Galito, and Dahl will shoot two.
A little frustration foul that time by Old Saybrook. Approaching a minute left to go. 22-point lead. And you see Using and Sheffield out there at half court. They are fired up.
Yeah, Using has played great as is expected, but really the effort from Olin Fredericks tonight, I think, was the difference. the other guy, the next guy.
Brady Sheffield's got that bandana on. He's got a little bit of a Rambo look out there, too, you know? He's good. I like that.
Of course you do.
Play on my team any day.
Dahl knocks them both down. And we're going to see crowd favorite. There he comes. Number 21, rather, Jack Boshin into the ball game. Everybody loves him some Jack. I'll tell you what, that's a pretty good reaction right there. They love Sheffield, and now Boshin's in the ball game. Brown misses the three. I'll tell you what, if Boshin scores a basket, this place might come down.
Oh, give him a look.
House might come down.
Give him a look. Reverse the ball. Look for him out there. Using. You got enough points tonight, son.
Baker with a rebound. I agree.
Yeah, give him a look.
Got to give him one shot.
Give
right?
him a look.
Get him a shot.
Extra pass.
Henderson blocked, and a foul by Ritchie will send Henderson to the line to shoot two.
Well, I tell you, these Old Lyme kids are having a lot of fun here tonight. You see the reaction, and they talked about the body language, and they knew it was a big game. They know that, you know, they didn't want any part of Old Saybrook coming in here and beating them tonight. Old Saybrook's been red hot, 7 straight, 5-1 on the road, and this has been I will say this has been a dominating performance by Old Lyme tonight.
Yes.
They played very well.
I would agree. And if I heard you right, you said you have enough points already, son. I don't know that anybody looks at it that way.
I mean, that's just, you know. Hey, Houston's coming out of the game, and rightfully so. Big round of applause for, you know, the junior over there. And he's played a heck of a ball game. I'm very impressed with him.
Yeah, Houston and Fredericks really just too much to handle.
Told you he's got enough points. He's gonna have a seat.
Mix in a little Sheffield. And we're gonna get a quick timeout on the floor here with a 23-point Old Lyme lead. I think the coaches wants to get some subs into the ball game. Let them play out this last minute.
I see Pat Quinn down there talking to his team. Patrick Quinn just trying to, you know, probably trying to settle him down a little bit. Like he said, get some subs in there. Trying to relax his kids, you know, a lot of basketball left to go in a year, and, you know, trying to simmer down his team. And on the other side, Old Lyme is, boy, I tell you, big win.
Now, Old Lyme will go to 12-0 in conference. 13-1 or 12-1 overall.
Yep.
Their only loss was to Hand, who's not in conference. But they're not the only undefeated team in the conference.
No, Cromwell.
Cromwell's undefeated too, and they still got to play. That's going to be for the Shoreline Championship. I think it's the second to last game of the year. But how about you're 11-0 and you're not even leading your conference right now?
It's a good point. That's a good point. And when do they play Cromwell? 2 more games from now, I think they play Cromwell next week.
Yeah, that'll be a big one.
There are 2 teams just outside of the top 10 in the state. I think, you know, Old Lyme was like 13th and Cromwell was 14th, right around there. Mike DeMar would know. He's going to vote. They're both 2 of those teams, Old Lyme and Cromwell, just outside of the top 10 right now. The top 15 in the state. So recognition, you know, for some of these Shoreline teams.
There's a touchdown pass up ahead. It goes. It's a nice long inbound. I love the long inbound. Going the wrong way.
Going the wrong way. A little confusion out there.
There's Boshin layup. Oh, he had the opportunity. He had the chance. And look at him. He's still smiling. He's still smiling. He goes, I missed the layup. Oh, coach, I had a shot. They held the ball to get an opportunity. I don't think they knew which way they were going.
No, I don't think so. I was confused. Were you?
I was.
Like a flea flicker there almost.
I'm not entirely sure where they're scoring, but somehow it's going to stay Old Lyme basketball.
Give him a look. Give him a look. Give it up to 21. Give him a look.
Give it to him. Let him
Give it
foul
to
him.
Give him the rock.
Under 17.
Swing it. One more pass.
I think they said you had your chance.
Coach said, yeah, all right.
They said you had your chance. They'll let the clock run down. And a happy Old Lyme basketball team, 70-47. They're going to come out of here with a decisive win over their rivals, the Old Saybrook Rams. The Battle of the Bridge goes to the Wildcats. And with that score, we are now at the Mr. G's postgame show. So welcome everybody to the Mr. G's postgame show. Sports Doctor will be efforting our interviews. Mr. G's, brought to you the restaurant and bar, of course, New London sports headquarters for over 50 years. Now also offering online ordering and delivery through Uber Eats. So the Sports Doctor will be on the floor. He's going to have Coach Kasher and some of the Wildcats for our post-game interview. Mr. G's post-game show here at Old Lyme High School. So a decisive 70-47 win for the Old Lyme Wildcats. And there's always a little hectic on the floor at the end of the game. Sports Doctor is down. You see the crowd there. He's efforting it. I think he's going to have pretty much the entire Old Lyme team with him. Sports Doctor has some happy Wildcats.
Well, Coach, I mean, what a big win tonight here, a rivalry game. You know, what worked for you guys, and how were you guys able to get this win tonight?
You know, they just made plays. Olin had a big night tonight. Could hit everything from 12 to 15 feet. You know, Aiden had his usual night. Brady, Ray, I mean, everybody, you know, 8 guys stepping up every time, making a big defensive play, making a big rebound. You know, the kids came to play today.
Was it a game plan going in to use your size up front?
Definitely. We got some physical guys. We got some size. We wanted to really take advantage of that. Something we didn't do such a good job with in the first half and the second half. I thought we did a better job with that.
Well, we'll talk to Olin Fredericks, first of all. Coming out party for you tonight, son. You know, how important was it for you guys to send a message here tonight against a very good Old Saybrook team?
Well, I mean, the Old Saybrook, Old Lyme game, it's not really a rivalry if they don't win. So, I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy to see all of us come out and play really well together. We got a great team with great depth, and we really showed it tonight.
You know, Aiden Using, big game out there tonight, too. You know, talk about, you know, the play on the defensive end. You guys gave them fits on the half-court set.
Well, we knew if we played that zone we played them out when they wouldn't be able to get it inside, and we kept them we held them to deep contested threes, and that's not how you win basketball games.
Yeah, a big difference down, you know, to make the game.
Oh yeah, they're a very guard-heavy team. So if we can take out the perimeter, not let them get it inside, not let them play inside out, we can win the game.
All right, Coach, what does this mean now in the league? You guys are undefeated in the league, and you're still not even first place. I think Cromwell's ahead of you. You know, but what does this mean for you guys in the next couple weeks heading into postseason play?
Well, I look forward. I don't look backwards, so it doesn't really mean much. It's a nice win, but we'll forget about this today or tonight over the night, and we come back and we get ready for next week. You know, tournament hasn't started yet. We've qualified for both tournaments. We want to go out and play our best basketball then. Hopefully we can continue to improve, work on some of the things we didn't do so well today. We had a bunch of turnovers, things we need to do better. And hopefully we come back and play better and better and better. We've got a few more weeks left in the season before we get ready for the tournaments.
Boy, what a fun night. What a fun environment here at Old Lyme High School. Guys, good luck down the stretch of the season. Big win here tonight for the Old Lyme.
Thank you, Sports Doctor. The Wildcats, happy bunch. And a very insightful Aiden Using. I thought he really did a nice job breaking down what was a very dominant performance by the Wildcats, particularly on the defensive end. And if that looks like an awful lot of stuff on your screen, it's because it is. Game day is taking it up a notch. On Wednesday, we will be at NFA, the next opportunity for the Wildcats. And then on the 9th, we have our first crack at ECC Wrestling. Then East Lyme at Waterford in the big rematch at the X. The ECC cheerleading final on the 16th. And then boys and girls basketball for the rest of the way, culminating in the finals at the Mohegan Sun.
Wow, it's going to be a busy month, that's for sure, Casey. And, you know, what a lot of fun here tonight at Old Lyme High School. It's just a tremendous environment. You talk about the rivalry game and a big win here moving forward for Old Lyme, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I thought they played really well, and I was saying how I thought Aiden Using was really insightful because I thought he did as good a job as anybody breaking down just what was successful for them, because they really did a fantastic job defensively holding them to those long perimeter shots. And you know, he said, you know, if those are the kinds of shots that they want, and they've got him in that situation an awful lot. That's good insight from the young junior.
Yeah, and then the size up front, the game plan going in was to take advantage of it. And you got a couple guys who are active like that, especially with Using, who not only could score at the rim, but he could put the ball on the floor a little bit too. You know, and Fredericks was a beast down low. He tossed in a couple of three-pointers and a very good, crisp ball game tonight for Old Lyme.
Yeah, you know, kudos to Mark Brown, who was my insider on the Old Saybrook side of things. He came over and he said, listen, what do you think of Using? I said, you know, he's a real player.
Bad.
He goes, we didn't know that Fredericks was that good.
Yeah.
So I don't think they were expecting Fredericks to be able to do that. And once
20 points tonight.
Well, once he became the guy that could knock down that shot at the foul line and also go underneath and score at the basket, I think at that moment, Old Saybrook said, I don't know what we're going to do. They don't have an answer for that. So if you were looking for the difference maker today, it was Fredericks.
Yeah, Fredericks maybe gave Old Saybrook a little bulletin board material for the Shoreline tournament there in the postgame. But listen, he was excited and rightfully so. He came out with a purpose tonight, Casey, and delivered the goods.
Well, on game day all year long, we've been talking about who wants the pizza. I want to say thank you again tonight to the Wildcats here. You guys did a fabulous job. I want to take that sign home with me. This is Wildcat Nation. We bleed blue, but we love Casey and the Sports Doctor, too. I mean, what is better
Oh, boy,
than that?
who wants the pizza right now? You got to think Old Lyme is in the running for the pizza. Sports Doctor's bringing the pepperoni, bringing the mushroom, but no anchovies.
Well, we've got our double dip Wildcats first here in Old Lyme. That sign that I think was perfect for us tonight. And then after that now, Wildcats NFA style. I know they've been tweeting trying to get the pizza. So who is next in Pizza Land? It's NFA's opportunity.
Yeah, what you got, Wildcat Nation? We want to see. Bring the goods because Casey and the Sports Doctor are coming for you.
You got a lot to live up to be better than these Wildcats here tonight. Old Lyme brought the noise tonight. And, of course, we also still have the big rematch at the X. Lancer Nation, you'll still have another opportunity because you have the rematch off of that loss at East Lyme. You guys have one more crack at it on the home floor. We're excited about wrestling. We're excited about cheerleading, and, of course, all the basketball action the rest of the way as game day is going to do a little bit of everything here in February.
A little busy month. Get your rest, my friend. You're certainly going to need it in the next 30 days or so. And have fun on Sunday.
Absolutely. Sunday, evidently, there's a football game. Somebody said.
Some Tom Brady guy.
I'm focused on our game with Old Saybrook on Sunday.
Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you to everybody from here at Old Lyme High School for rolling out the welcome wagon to hear us at game day. What a wonderful atmosphere tonight. To the student sections, to the fans, and of course for the Sports Doctor, Peter Wappy, Mike DeMoro, and the crew. We want to say thank you very much for tuning in to game day. Join us Wednesday at NFA for Ledger and NFA. And in the meantime, good night, everybody.